Welcome back to Titan Academy. In this video, we will cover document interactive settings in Titan Web. We will discuss adding interactive web fields on the Word template, the interactive document viewer options, zoom settings, document action buttons, and the document generation settings. Here in Titan Web, I have set up an example web form and project. This pulls simple information from a contact, the first name, and the last name, and we have input fields to allow the user to enter the contact's address information. What we are going to do is load the name information from Salesforce, allow the user to enter the address information, and then push the information that has been entered on the form into a document that gets generated. Next, let's take a look at the document template itself that we put together in Microsoft Word. This is an example release form. Here I've mapped information coming from Salesforce. You can see those are the fields that are tagged with the green tags. We have the first name, the last name, then down later on in the paragraph, the full name being pulled from Salesforce. The tags that are marked as input and in red are interactive fields on the form. This will be pulled in from the web project, and the user will also be able to make any corrections on the document itself. We've also got a signature down here and a system date and time being pulled in. As a quick review on how to set these up, for fields that are pulled from Salesforce, you will go to the Form Titan plugin, log in, go to Insert and Edit Field, select your object, and then select the field to be pulled from Salesforce. On this one, I have selected the contact object, and the field that is being pulled in is the first name. Same thing for the last name. For the interactive fields, to add an interactive field to the form, put your cursor where you want the field and go to Insert or Edit Interactive Field. I'll do another one as an example here. Click Insert Edit Interactive Field. In the settings window that comes up, you will want to indicate whether or not this is a field only on the document or if it's a field that comes from a project. If it is a document only field, check this box and then set the type, the width, the height, etc. In this scenario, we want to actually pull this from a web project, so I will leave this as its default unselected. Choose either form or web depending on the type of project. In most cases, you're going to be using a Titan web project, and then select the project with which you want the document to be associated. In this case, we will choose our sample Release Force Interactive document, select the page from the home page, and then select the field on the page which you want to pull into this document. The two that have not yet been set on this document are the first name and last name, if you recall from that web project. I'll put this here and insert it, and that's how it looks. I'm going to go ahead and remove this since we don't need it. Let's take a look at one that's already set up. If you want to edit an existing one, simply put your cursor in the middle of it, go to Insert or Edit Interactive Field. The settings window will open up with the fields that you've chosen. Make whatever edits you need to make here, and then click Insert. Once you have got your template set up, you will need to publish it. So come to Form Titan. Set your filters here on the preview. Then on Publish, you will want to publish this to a web project. So select Web. For a new form, since this is an existing form, I'm going to go ahead and click Existing Form. Pick Web, select my project to which I want it to be published. Choose whether or not you want this to be a new document integration or an existing one. Here I'm updating an existing one. I will choose the one that I've already set, and then click Publish. Let's take a look at this in the web project now. To access the document generation settings, go to the Settings gear, go to Tools, scroll down, find Document Generation, and open the Document Generation settings. You should see the template that you have loaded from Microsoft Word. In this case, this is the one called Contact Interactive Release Form. Go ahead and click on the pencil to edit the settings on this particular template. Here I'll leave this as a default. In the document generation settings, you will want to make sure that you have enabled the interactive settings. So click on Add option, select Interactive, and make sure that Interactive is enabled. Other settings on this page, you can choose to enable document zoom or leave it off. I'll leave it off. You can choose to optimize image quality for better performance, which will compress the images while still retaining the majority of the image quality. This doesn't apply here, so I will leave it unselected. And on the viewer on the page, you can enable or disable the header, the footer, the toolbar, the next step button, or the print. I will leave all of these turned on. You can also configure actions to be executed when the document is submitted, when the document is closed, or when a custom button is pressed. I've set up a couple, so let's go ahead and take a look at these. on submit action is enabled. If you click the edit button, it will open up the action editor. Here you can add any of the standard Titan nodes and take any action that you could take in Titan Web. In this example, I have configured the action to redirect to a thank you page. So we added a redirect go to page node here, selected our page, which will open in a modal. You can also configure actions to execute on submit, on close, or when a custom button is pressed. I've done that for all three. Let's take a look at these examples. We have enabled the on submit action. If I click the gear to open up the action editor, here I have added a Salesforce action to run when the document is submitted. And the action that I created is a Salesforce push that will create a record in the files object and associate it with the contact. So when the user finishes filling in the document, click submit. This will be saved as a file in Salesforce. I've set up an on close action. This will be fired when the document is closed. Again, to edit the action, click on the gear. Here I've set up as an example a simple redirect to another page. We open up the redirect node. I have configured this to redirect to a thank you page. Finally, on the custom button, which will appear at the bottom of the document previewer, I've added a custom action. I've labeled it my custom action, and I've added as an action a simple pop-up modal to indicate that the button has been pressed. Again, this is a redirect, this time set to open a you have pressed the button indicator in a modal window. Again, you can add any of the Titan actions here. This is just a simple example of one and how it works. So let's apply this, apply everything and save it, and we'll go ahead and preview and show how this works. So when I click the preview button, a get will run and pull in information about our sample contact, Jim Citizen. Again, we pulled in only first name and last name. So let's enter the street information. 555 66th Street, New York, NY 55555. Now when we click the generate document button, and I forgot to show the button setup, so let's go do that now. Once you have your document set up and configured to allow for interactive previewing, you will need to invoke that document from somewhere. In this case, I've done it from a button labeled generate document. In this example, in the button's action editor, I first pushed information to Salesforce, updating any information that the user has entered, and then I've added a document generation node. In the document generation node, you will want to select web as the option and then choose the template that you've set up. In this case, we only have one. And then from there, you will choose the action. In this case, we want to open it up in interactive doc mode. So I'll save this again. Now let's go ahead and preview this and take a look at how it works. So we open the web project. A get runs and it pulls in the first name and last name of the associated contact, which is as expected. Now let's go ahead and enter some address information in the input fields. 55 66th Street, New York, NY 55555. Now when we click the generate document button, that document template will be generated and it will pull the first and last name and contact name information from Salesforce and the address information from what has been entered on this form. The document is now loading, and here we have the contact first and last name pulled in from Salesforce, the address information pulled in from the web project, and the fields are editable. So if the user wants to make some additions, needs to make some corrections on the document, such as this, these fields are interactive. Let's click through the next fields. We have our signature field down here. We will sign it and confirm. Now let's test our custom actions. If I click the My Custom Action button, this will open up the window that says thank you for clicking the button. Oops, I didn't mean to close the entire document. Let's try that again. All right, we've got our signature, and now when we submit, the on submit action will run. The document will be pushed into Salesforce. And now let's come back and look at our record in Salesforce. We should see an attached file. I'll refresh the page. And here it is. Here's our document with the updates that we made on the web form, pushed as a file into Salesforce with the signature. And that is how it's done.